back, y'all. I'm here with Keith Urban. Give it up. All week, we have been putting a spotlight on people making a positive impact in their cities or the world. Music education is definitely something that can elevate a community and change the trajectory of a person's life. Speaking of, I wouldn't be here without all the teachers, classes, and programs that help shape me, and I'm sure Keith would agree with that as well. It's one reason I love what our next guest is doing. She's the founder of the Harmony program. They expand access to music for kids all over New York. In 2 decades, they've taught over 10,000 kids, many who've become professional musicians. Everybody say hello to Anne. Thank you for coming.
So happy to be with you.
Yeah, what you're doing is so important. You couldn't have 2 better people here to talk about this with, because you started out as a musician, right?
I did. I'm a clarinetist.
Yeah.
And I started in 5th grade. I was in a home where my parents really emphasized the importance of music
Oh,
education.
is that you there?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh, that is little me.
And at
Yes.
Christmas. I love it.
Yeah, and I started as a clarinetist, but I had another passion, which was public service. And I really thought these interests were incompatible.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is I worked in city government, and I found myself working in the New York City mayor's office, and I realized how many kids across the city would never have the opportunity that I had to play music.
Yeah.
So I created a pilot project that started with just 30 kids from all 5 boroughs of the city, providing them with the opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise have.
Absolutely. Access is so important. What does the Harmony program offer?
Yeah, so we start kids as young as pre-K, where they might start just, with basic rhythmic patterns, clapping and singing and moving to the music. But from there, they advance to play instruments, to take part in choirs, and then we have a tiered system of ensembles where they can continue to progress. And for our most advanced students, we have scholarships that support their participation in some of the most selected programs in the country.
Yeah.
And the reason we do it won't surprise you too, but it's more about developing them as human beings. And that's something that I really learned when I moved to Venezuela. I spent a year there studying their famous National Youth Orchestra system. They call it simply El Sistema. But what they understood is that kids everywhere need the same things. They need a sense of security and identity and community and an ensemble of any kind, choral, instrumental.
And an outlet,
is a
therapeutic
source.
outlet.
That's right.
Yeah, and also gives them a means of expressing themselves and not only developing their inner selves, but connecting to other people
Yep.
without their devices.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is like an important music teacher for you growing up, or anybody that
Oh
really
my
pushed you?
gosh. Mrs. Grimmer.
Grimmer?
Mrs. Grimmer. Shout out to Megan Grimmer. She was my music teacher in the 10th grade.
Yeah.
And she was an amazing teacher. I can't read music. And a lot of the kids in the class couldn't read music, didn't have any theory, but were amazing musicians. But we were all going to fail music because it was all theory-based. She wrote an entire play for us to perform, and we were going to be graded on the play and the performance. And everybody did it, we did it, and towards the end of the year, the principal and the curriculum said, it's not part of our official thing, so I failed music. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Literally.
Hilarious!
Yeah. Completely failed.
That's like Neil deGrasse Tyson failing science. I don't know. I don't understand what. That's so funny to me. Okay, so how successful has this program been?
Well, the impact is what are the kids achieving? I mean, not just as musicians, but as people. We've had kids go off and major in music. They've become music professionals, performers. They've gotten internships and jobs in the music industry. But I always say what I do this work for is to really see these little daily victories in the classroom. Are the kids learning to believe in themselves?
Yeah.
Are they connecting with the music in the way that you did?
Yeah.
It's really those types of changes that we see in our young people. There's a little boy who was struggling with basic math, but then I go to his music class and he's clearly counting and doing rhythm and division in cut time.
Clearly understands math in a different way.
In a different way, because it gave him a way of accessing some of these academic challenges, but in a context where he feels successful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we have 3 kids with the Harmony program backstage. Up next, we're going to hear what the gift of music has meant to them. founder of the New York-based Harmony program, and they provide instruments and music education to kids who otherwise might not have access. We just heard one of them playing with my band. Give it up for Matthew on the violin. And we also have Alondra and Savannah, two other students from the Harmony program joining us. So meet Keith, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Yes.
So nice to see you.
You too.
Nice to see you.
So I gotta ask, what do you love about playing music?
What I love about playing music is that I get to play with my friends and peers, and also one of my best friends, Savannah.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
We go to a different school, but we're a duo in Harmony program, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And we get to go play in places such as CMS together, which is wonderful.
Yeah, we're a duo together.
Oh, that's amazing. So what do you love, Savannah, about playing? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel confident, stress-free. Like when I'm practicing, I'm not thinking about nothing else. And I don't have any like music programs at my school, so it's like really cool how I get to share that in the community, and I like the experience.
Oh man, it's a blessing. Well, let's hear from Matthew. So Matthew, I hear that you have big aspirations, right?
Yeah.
What are those?
So I'm a 7th grader in Washington Heights, and one of my big goals in life is to become a very big violin soloist, maybe join a couple orchestras. And then after that, I think I'm gonna go into teaching. And who knows, maybe I'll go back to Harmony and teach.
Amazing. Alondra, I'm gonna come back to you. Like, what do you feel like music brings out in you?
Well, music brings out a lot in me, but one of the most important things, I think, is that it brings out my emotions through the rhythms, notes, pitches, and the name of the piece. So if the name of the piece is the type of like angry or like very emotional one, I will get into that emotion while I'm playing.
Yeah, that's the same for me. Look, 42 years old, and I still, if I'm like in a foul mood, I will rock some Alanis Morissette. Like, and if I'm feeling sad, Joni Mitchell. Like, it's like, I think it is like, it is like an emotional kind of ride, and it's a healthier way of dealing with your emotions, which is why I think it's so important for kids to have that access and opportunity to, I don't know where I'd be lost without it, but Keith, what advice do you have for these kids, like as they continue on their musical journey?
I just want to say thank God for you and giving these kids these chances. I mean, it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
And it takes everybody coming together and caring. But I love that you girls are participating in this too, and that you're friends. And it's, I always get asked about advice, but I always think the best. Everybody's on their own journey, so there's no blanket one-size-fits-all advice.
No blueprint.
I think always having people around you that you trust. Right. You have to have good people around you and make sure that they got your back. Yeah.
That's really the best advice, actually, that you just said.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they've got a Harmony program community behind them, and the sky's the limit when they're really passionate, right?
That's it.
Yep, stronger together. Yes, absolutely. Well, Anne, Scholastic shares in your mission to provide opportunities for all children to learn and grow in ways that inspire their creative development, which is why they're donating $5,000 to Harmony program. And I'm going to throw in $5,000 as well, because this is literally me. Like, I needed help. I needed the access. I needed the opportunity. I did not come from a community where I had those things like afforded to me, like just on the regular, you know, that had to be, somebody else had to front my bill, right? So I'm gonna add 5,000 too, because I was these kids.
And me too.
Oh, you are?
Me too. Absolutely.
You're so nice. Oh.
What are we at 15, just like that?
Oh my God, I wish I could hug you. Okay, I'm gonna hug you the next time we see each other. Okay, as we go to break, let's hear it again from Matthew, y'all. Come on, Matthew. We've got Kristen Milioti from the New Kingdom series with Colin Farrell next. We'll be right back.